This is TWiT.
All the way down to my numbers, Jeremy, you'll see a story about Ofcom, which is the British regulator that is soon going to be regulating based on the UK's harmful content law, which is going to be enforced by the end of the year. And Ofcom regularly does surveys of the world of online. And so they did one, and I dug into it at some length. And what was fascinating to me, so they asked people about 20 potential harms encountered in the past 4 weeks. So number one, 27%, scams, fraud, and phishing. Yes, I also get that on my phone. I get that in the mail. I get that everywhere. Then number two is misinformation. Well, should we try to define that? What do you call misinformation? Number three was offensive or bad language. Bad language? I could get JRB nervous right now by using a few words, but I won't. That's seen as a harm. Using the S word or BS is a harm. Trying to figure out what the S word was, weren't you? I know.
I'm trying to remember my child once came home and said that they were probably like 6 years old, and they're like, they said the S word in school today. I was like, holy cow, really? And
holy yes.
They said survey.
They said, no, really? They said stupid. And I was like,
that's bad. That's bad, yeah. Unwelcome friend requests. You ignore them. What's the harm? So then it goes things that are harmful, in fact. Or another one is content encouraging gambling. That's legal in the UK, and most major newspapers make money off of it by encouraging gambling. Now, there's things that are serious here, right? Trolling, hateful, discriminatory content against groups, depicting violence. Well, that's entertainment. Content that objectifies, demeans, or otherwise negatively portrays women. So I'm not saying there's not serious stuff here, but when you get down to that, you're getting down to 8% of the people said that it was a problem. So then you look and say, well, how many people complained? 15% were really bothered. Then you say, then Ofcom, to its credit, asked people about the positive end of the internet. I was impressed with that, right? So the statement, being online has a overall positive effect on my mental health. Only 14% disagreed with that. So the half being British.
Wow. Those people are doom scrolling in the afternoon.
But they're not. They're saying most people say, yes, it has a positive effect on my mental health. Then how about this? Well, how about addiction? We just talked about addiction.
People on Twitter.
Well, actually, there is part of that in the survey, but I don't have that in my post, Ant. So you got to ask the question I don't have the answer to. Thanks a lot, Ant. Thanks a lot.
Good job, Ant.
But I mean, look, 14%. That's a lot of people. This is, only
14% disagree. The rest say it has a positive effect on my mental health. Then how about the statement?
A lot of people that's fine with this. And again, if I open Twitter right now, which I've had to slow down a bit on it the last week and a half or so, there's so much anger and hate, rightfully so. There's no way I would have assumed 86% was like, yeah, my mental health's great right now.
Well, it's actually about half here. It's so small I can't see. 40% shrug and say, macht's nix, doesn't matter. But 33 plus 10, 43% said, yes, it has a positive effect on my mental health. The next one is the statement, I feel I have a good balance between my online and offline life. Oh, yeah, people just cannot get rid of this stuff, right? 74% said, yes, I have a fine balance. Thank you very much.
Narcissists, they're lying.
3/4. Oh, Ant.
I have a good balance between my online and offline life.
They are lying.
I do too. I can share opinions and have a voice. 44% agree with that. I feel more free to be myself online. A third agree. Almost a fifth disagree. All right. Many people.
Yourself online, Jeff?
I feel free to be myself online. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, are you,
what else do I
Ant?
do? Jeez. Ant, do you feel free to be yourself online?
Oh, yeah. I definitely feel free. People don't agree with it, but I definitely feel
So, Stacey, we don't know the real you then?
You know an accurate and authentic version of me, but you do not know me.
Me.
I would never bring my whole self to the internet. For example.
okay.
Ant,
well, all right.
Ant,
well,
you're right.
That.
She's a spy. She's a spy.
It's true.
The COVID is making her admit it again and again and again, but she's a spy. She's telling us it's a fake Stacey we see.
If Miss Stacey is saying, I share a lot, but I'm not going to share everything, then yeah, that's me. I'm not telling the whole internet,
I don't
my
either.
whole private life. No, but for the most part,
Well,
from a
there are
personality
definitely
standpoint, you get me. From a personality standpoint, you're going to get Aunt Pruitt.
So then, the question is: do people feel like they're overwhelmed by the internet? How much confidence do they have as an internet user? Right. So they were asked: do you have overall confidence as an internet user? 79% call themselves very or fairly confident as internet users. Only 8% said, not so much. What about
those 8% call
advertising?
The tech guy every Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, they are Leo's audience, and let's not make fun of them. So then what about online advertising? Are you confident you can recognize online advertising? 78% said yes. 7% said no. Well, data's a problem, right? Surely they feel they've lost control of that. A majority, 58%, said they are confident managing their data. 18% said no. News. Do you feel confident judging the truthfulness of online information? 69% said yes. 9% said feel otherwise. So then we get...
My father doesn't believe in the election that Biden actually won the election, but he's also
So
confident
he thinks
in his ability to
he's confident
judge
that he's got
news.
it. Right. Yeah, exactly. So, but here's the interesting thing to me. That then it comes around. So all that is asking about you, UK citizen. How do you feel about you and the internet? And people feel pretty good about themselves on the internet. It's useful. They feel in control. They're confident. Then they asked about the others. Agreement with the statement that internet users must be protected from seeing inappropriate or offensive content. Well, there, the third person effect comes in. Because most people say, oh yeah, they need help. I'm fine. But they need help, which is the third person effect, which is I'm okay, but surely we've got to regulate for others. What this says basically is this becomes the basis for regulation is, well, I'm okay, but we got to do something about everybody else. And I was fascinated by this because the Ofcom's data, and I'm reading it in a snarky way because that's me, because I feel okay to be myself online, and I am snarky. Is saying that there isn't this crying demand from the citizenry saying, I'm overwhelmed, we're being screwed up, you've got to do something, you've got to regulate the internet for us. Most people said, yeah, I'm fine, okay. I found that fascinating, but
that is, again, but what I'm seeing is my view of the internet, and I have to forget that, the internet is vast. I have to remember that the internet is vast. It's not just my view. So
true. Everybody sees a different internet. Absolutely everybody sees a different internet.